respond and don't react. It's crazy. It's crazy how everything lines up, how everything is so aligned constantly for myself with everything that I do. The process, the program, and how it all just matches up every fucking time, every fucking day since July of 2022 for myself. And it was because I first started my program that saved me from the trenches, that deep ass hole that I was in, who I was, and I continue to just create daily. And the message is only getting deeper, and when it comes to, it always revolves back to just like serving others, being my best self. But what I came across is that with self-reflection this past weekend, certain event, I'm not going to get into too much detail, that just made me react just in a complete, like, just crazy ass manner, like very heated to the extent where I was just like, I haven't gotten to this state in a very long time. So when somebody really tries to get underneath your skin, it's a form of jealousy. It's a form of, literally, they want to suck your dick. And I found that I just have to respond. I can't be, that lashing out, just just reacting like fucking crazy. And this goes way deeper, and this was shit that went really behind the fucking scenes for myself with certain people, and I was like, all right, I'm feeling it from above. It was telling me, like, you need to just calm down. You need, like, you're all over the place right now, dude. What are you doing? Like, you're regretting like a motherfucker, doing this, saying this. And I was like, oh, fuck. I had to apologize to certain people for the way that I was reacting off of just one thing that was happening. And I was like, if I just, for next time, have more a stronger approach with everything, in terms of sticking up for myself, but not sticking up for myself, that's there, but to really make sure that I'm just being the man that I always fucking needed. That's the main thing. In that moment, with where it was going, like, after, with certain people, once again, it just nah, that wasn't it. I'm like, damn, fuck, that's not it. But with certain things, I was like, yes, that I needed. I'm like, I didn't have that growing up. So that was there. And I was like, fuck yeah. Finally, I got that shit. But then it was like too fucking extreme. And I was like, damn, bro, like, now you're all over the place. So just responding in a much more calming manner ever since then, I'm just like so much more calm. I'm not, like, this was over the weekend. And then, like, right after, talked to, my people, and I was just like, I feel so much more calmer now. I'm like, everything's like all good. Just had like a crazy ass fucking journal session, going ham. I'm like, just more intense with my work, just more meticulous with every little thing, just inch by inch with it all. I'm like, personal development is so fucking awesome. And it's so crazy how it all just matches up with the people that I'm talking to about it. My mentor even. And it's like just with his newest shit that he just, like, was saying. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, how is this happening right now? And I'm like, that's that consciousness auto-suggestion happening. And it's just what is being guided and reported from above to give to me. And I'm like, because we're all vessels, and we're all connected. So I'm receiving the message, and then I can give it to you because we are all the same. Yeah, we all look different. We all have different personality types, well, there's like 9, but for personality types, but you know, all different humans, like we're all unique in our own ways and shit, but we're no different. Like we're all the same. At the end of the day, it's just flesh and fucking bones, and the soul is the main thing. And I'm like, the shit that I know and everything so far, I'm like, it's such on a deep ass level that it's just, for some people, they just can't understand it for some odd reason. They can't understand. They're too attached to the 3D world. They're too attached to their ego. They're too attached to certain things, and bringing that all back, that's what I encountered in the first place with all this. It was massive ego with the person, and then also with myself. And so, you know, like, and I noticed this is just new levels in a sense happening constantly to me. And I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, this is what certain people at certain levels have to deal with. And I'm like, that's a fucking breakthrough for myself. I count that as a win, because I used to never get this. People wouldn't be hitting me up and saying the things that they're saying, or they're just saying things just to say it. And it's like either in a form of love or it's in a form of hate. A lot of times it's only been a form of love, which I'm so appreciative for. But when it's actually both, then you know you're actually hitting new levels and you're winning even fucking harder. Because it's like, you know, not just the, dude, it's awesome what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing. Like that, all right, like that's basic fucking shit. I'm like, all right, cool, thanks, man. Like, you know, massive gratitude, of course. But it's typical, it's surface level. You may get where it starts to get deeper because you're being that deeper individual all around. So I'm like, all right, this is awesome. I'm getting awesome responses. But you tap in and fucking deeper into yourself, you get now a lot of the both. And it's like based off certain things, and it's on a much, much, much deeper level. And it's crazy. It can come in the form of hate, and it can come at you hard. And then with ego involved, and then you bring it back up to the surface and you mix the two, it can get nasty real fucking quick. And that's what happened this weekend. And I was like, fuck, bro. I'm like, just be that better man. Just step the fuck up and be that better man. And I immediately just knew, and I was like, fuck, I'm in the wrong. I'm gonna fucking be better. So I took from that. And I'm like, it's so crazy how it all works. And I'm like, because it used to be like recently I've been like super hothead and all this shit. But like right now, in this moment, as I'm making this, I'm like, I'm chilling. I'm like, I'm good. I'm like, it's all gonna figure out on its own in perfect timing. I'm like, God's got my back. Above's got my back. As long as I do the daily work, I do everything I'm supposed to do, not be a bitch, not complain and whine. That's the other thing too. And respond accordingly. Who would 10.0 Nick respond as? I'm like, it's the shit that I preach and talk about. So it's important to actually be a man of your word and practice what you preach and you teach to everyone on here. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just like, whatever. I'm kind of just like, whatever. I'm good. I'm chilling regardless. I'm like, there's no point to do that and match it on that level of intensity in terms of like, no. Just miss the whole fucking idea of like everything. Personal development, of being a better individual, better mindset, physique, nutrition, the whole nine. So just creating that man in all ways and giving that person to the world. So the way I can do that is being that offering and coming on here today. You know, I could have been shut down to the point I'm like, fuck this. Now I'm all pissed. I don't want to make a YouTube video or some shit. Like it, and weighing on me with that karmic debt. And I'm only tapping in deeper as I go. And I'm like, this is so crazy. Every fucking day, every time, I'm like, it just matches the fuck up. Somehow, some way, I'm like, I'm going through a problem. Instant fucking solution. Exactly. The words just resonate and there's a connection point, which all you guys are doing here that are in alignment. And you guys are like, fuck, bro, he's fucking right. He's talking right to my soul. Because we are all the same. Once again, we're all connected. And I've realized this when I was like, I think it was like 19, 20. And I was like listening to shit on YouTube. And then like, I actually experienced it. Something, I forget exactly, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it was along the lines of like, something, I think it was right, it was, oh, it's coming back. It was right before, lockdown. And I was in my car and I remember, I'm like, we're all connected. And then I remember I was driving and I was like, something is going to happen and we're all going to come together. And then like a couple of weeks later, lockdown happened. Like the first one. Like this wasn't like after the first one that we had. And it was like, yeah, like, no. It was like before. And I was like, oh my God, we really are. I'm like, holy shit. And it brought us all closer together. And I was like, why can't we all just be closer together? I remember asking myself that too. I was like, why can't we all get closer together? But I'm like, oh, that's a problem within self. And this past weekend, that old self, it really tried to take a turn on me. And I was like, you know what? Fuck all this. Fuck that. Fuck that old me. I'm going to take a whole different approach now too. And really just be like so calm and just respond correctly. Respond as the 10.0 Nick. Because the responding as the old Nick is just leading to just more lashing out, being a bitch, missing in any shape or form. And just not being the man, once again, that I always needed my whole life. So, that's today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Love you guys. Keep making these fucking bangers. I don't give a fuck if nobody watches them. I just make them because I'll fucking make them. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Love you. See you in the next one.